I would like to call this meeting to order. Would you please stand for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In compliance with the Open Publics Meeting Act, this is a regular scheduled meeting pursuant to the annual meeting notice published in the January 27, 2022 issue of the Hunterdon County Democrat. A copy of the agenda was forwarded to the Hunterdon County Democrat, filed in the Township Clerk's office, and posted on the Bulletin Board and Township website on March 4th. Mark Castellano, Mike Mills,
Here.
Marnie Stetson,
Here.
Tamara Lee,
Here.
Natalie Nelson, Tim Willie,
Here.
Angela Lovisa,
Here.
John Mills,
Here.
John Saramba, and me.
Review of the agenda.
We're just taking the public hearing off, and we're going to postpone that to the April 13th
Okay.
meeting.
All right.
Elena is ill, so
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And no further notice is required.
I'm still noticing for a
you
public
are still
hearing. Yes.
noticing. Okay.
Can I get a motion to open to the public for items not on the agenda?
Move to open to the public?
Second. All in favor? Aye. Public, anybody? Items not on the agenda? Seeing nobody wants to speak tonight, can I get a motion to close, please?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the February 9th, 2022 regular meeting?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Are you abstained, Mike?
I said.
Were you here last month?
January.
January was okay.
Tonight we have a resolution for approval. It's 147 Lewis Street LLC, 12 Boss Road, Ringgoes, New Jersey, Block 11, Lot 5, Village District. This is a memorialization of the resolution. Can I get a motion to approve? So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Oh, sorry, roll
Angela,
call.
who was second? Marnie.
Marnie.
All right. You didn't vote on this application though, right? Or did you?
It was,
Last
I-
month.
Last month.
yeah, I did that on this one.
Okay, because I have you as absent for some reason.
For last month?
Yeah.
I think Mike might have slid in right
No,
at,
you were,
I missed January, I think.
yeah.
you were sick once.
Yeah.
And that you were
I was
here
here the
you
last
here
one, because I
last
remember
month.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Or maybe because I couldn't vote on it, because I missed something.
Okay, I have you as absent, so
Yeah.
usually don't.
No, because we asked Yolanta, and she said that you were allowed to vote on it, because he missed like 5 minutes of the
No,
presentation.
that wasn't this one.
That wasn't this one?
All right,
the wrong
Marnie
one, sorry.
Stetson,
Yes.
Tamara Lee,
Yes.
Tim Willie,
Yes.
Angela Lovisa,
Yes.
John Mills,
Yes.
Mike Mills.
Yes.
New business, we have none. Public hearing is postponed until next month. Unfinished business, re-examination report. Tam?
We've all sort of agreed on the proposal from Elena.
Yeah.
But the budget is not set yet, so
We're
I
waiting on
suggest we just carry this
Yep.
to next month, and then we should be able
Yeah.
to give her the go-ahead
Yeah.
to do that.
Okay. Focus group?
Focus groups, we have had two of them. We had the large farmer meeting and the small farmer meeting.
Mhm.
The small farmer meeting was last night.
Mhm.
I think they went well. We've got 4 planning board members at each meeting. 2 are
Mhm.
taking notes, one's observing, and one's, moderating. I think they went well. It was interesting. There was some commonality between the two and some differences between the two,
Mhm.
but John came to that. John and Mike and Marnie were at last night's. And we had, well, you came to one,
Yeah,
and
came to
Natalie
the
was at
first
one.
one, yeah.
So, I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts, but we've got one more scheduled for the end of this month. That would be the horse farmers.
It's horse farmers?
And
And
then-
what's the date on that?
That is the 29th. Marty's gonna run that one.
Alright.
I'm sorry, what group is that on?
That's
horse
the horse
farmers.
farmers. And then we will start finalizing the the farm owner meeting, and then finally the resident meeting. But we wanted to get the farmers
First.
done so
Yeah.
that they can all go farm.
Yeah, gotcha.
And we won't
Gotcha.
conflict with their schedules, so.
Right.
So it's moving on. We have some time on this, because this is all, This work is associated with the Amwell Valley work, which is gonna come after the re-exam.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
we've got time to get the rest of the meetings done.
okay, good.
And that's it.
Items for discussion, we have none. I can't believe this is happening. Or- This is a first. Oral reports, Phosphus, Mike.
So I have nothing to report, but Krista, you met with,
We met with homeowners, the Stettins farm, and they're looking to preserve their farm. So, Bob Hornby and I went out and met with them, and they filled out an application, so they're in the very beginning,
okay.
very beginning.
How
So,
big is that site?
it's 70-something plus acres.
Nice.
Where's that?
Yes.
Where's it?
I'm blanking.
What's their name again?
Svetton's.
Well, it's Stettins farm, but it's Collins that owns
It's
it now.
Backbrook Road.
Backbrook,
and,
right?
And Running Mill.
Running Mill,
Running.
thank you.
Sorry, that's right, I just wanted to make sure.
It's, you're, Marty, it's across the street from you.
I was gonna say.
Yes,
Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
it's Jane Collins.
It's.
I'm sorry, not Backbrook, Saddle Shop.
Saddle Shop, yes.
Saddle Shop.
Oh,
It's, they straight out your driveway,
Yeah.
farm in front of you.
Max Farm?
No, to the right.
Oh,
It's
the-
Jody Collins and.
It's the yellow house.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know
Yeah,
exactly.
so,
So it's 70 acres, roughly?
but roughly, yeah.
Cool.
And I'm learning the process of
Yeah.
preservation, so
Awesome,
have that on.
awesome. Environmental Commission, Marnie?
So the big news is we have a great newsletter. It's on the website, which has all the information about everything we're doing. But right now, we have a lot of dates. We have the Amwell Lake cleanup March 20th. We have a roadside cleanup April 3rd. Well testing April 4th or 5th. I think it's 4th through 8th. Raritan Headwaters stream cleanup April 23rd. And then we're gonna also, at the Color Run, have a bunch of different displays. Green Fest turned into Green Scene. We thought it needed a new name. So we have a really busy spring, but it's all on the web, on a newsletter on the town website.
Excellent.
Great, great. Krista, anything?
No, that we're gonna be very busy in the near future.
Okay, yeah, you said you had some applications
Oh,
coming?
yeah.
Okay. All right, well.
So get used to this.
So
one.
get
Yeah, you're right, we'll
now.
enjoy tonight, we'll enjoy tonight. I just have one thing, Kent Crucifeli, volunteered to join our planning board, and the other day, Marnie and I went and interviewed him at their farm, which is a, quite the working farm there. We got a brief synopsis of the hay operation. But we recommended to the township committee to accept him, and that's going to take place tomorrow night, hopefully. So that's all I have. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be a good new person to have on the board, and I think it's going to work out well. That'll have 3 different farmers on our board. We've got a horse farmer, we've got Mike, and we've got Kit. So, and the rest of us will listen to what you guys have to say about the farming. But so no, that'll be tomorrow night. Hopefully everything goes smooth at the township committee. So that's all I have. Can I get a motion to approve the vouchers, please?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Right.
Can I get a motion to open to the
We're almost
public?
done, Francis, so by the time you,
Yeah.
by the time you get set up, it's gonna be
Thought you were
over.
having a meeting on the land
Post-
use.
Postponed.
Postponed it?
Postponed it. Yes.
Oh, good, you gave me what I wanted without having to ask about it.
See that? Even the blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Open to the public?
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We are open to the public.
Just in time.
I'm working 12, 14 hours a day. I think I was a rural farm. Francis Cavian, 123 Wurtsville Road, Ringgoes, New Jersey. Thank you for rescheduling it. One thing that I would ask that you do and share on the website and with the people is there was the old master plan. It's probably in some form of word somewhere, and that you do a track changes compare so that somebody can look at what's been
and what's proposed and see, well, this is what's new, do I like it or not like it, instead of having to try to plow through all of that stuff. It's also become increasingly important in the last 2 weeks, but even before, that the farmers need to be supported. I don't make hay. He makes my hay. My hay might go from, let's say, $7.58 a bale to $30 a bale. There are a lot of horse farms that have closed and quit and shut down in just the last month or two. There are practical things that the township committee and others can do to lighten the burden, whether it's, huh? Who, me?
Pointing at me, I'm gonna point right back at you.
Go ahead. Which finger? Pick a finger. Anyway, there are things that can be done that do not require all of the grand vision or whatever the hell it is. With all the windstorms and things like that, I was thinking, oh, gee, maybe I should just go off grid if we're going to have a nuclear winter or things like that. And that got me rooting around for things. And I came across the industry standard and talked to an electrician again about having a whole house generator, except for the way the township's zoning ordinance is either interpreted or written. The pad or the propane tank is treated as a structure and not a utility. But everything I can find online, it's saying, oh, it gets to be 10 feet off the property line and 10 feet from the house. So variances you've gotten over the last couple of years. There have been a lot of bulk variances because of side yard setbacks, and also at least 2 or 3 variances where people spent thousands of dollars to get the approval to put a whole house generator on their property on the mountain, where guess what happens? What do you have more times than not on the mountain? No power. It's not just the farmer that needs the assistance, but the residents, not only in terms of making life easier and working with them or thinking for them, but to figure out how can I make living in East Amwell more joy than pain in the keister. It would translate to having a bigger pool of people who are willing to come and work for you. Well, you know, I've heard that for years. Well, you might need a CFO. Well, you ain't going to get one because we've got a toxic reputation. If we work as, whether it's the boards, as the committee, and yeah, I'm pointing at you again, and different things to be more user-friendly rather than, oh, that's only money. Well, that's the applicant's problem. There's no applicant in East Amwell who's going to be flush in 6 months. They may be thinking of things that they can do to make a go of it, whether it's a small farm, a larger farm. You know, I've offered to help these guys because I can ride a tractor, but they're not going to put my short, crippled carcass on a $250,000 piece of equipment. I get that. But there's other things that we can do to educate and integrate the community as to why this is a better place to live than West Amwell, where they're going to be putting in that giant stink factory on 518. But they may get around towards, you know, to 31 in East Amwell. If you go down and you look at the roads, oh my God, the trucking and the things that are going down on the side roads and the main roads. You're always going over something with, oh, well, let's have the money to pave Center Road. Or no, well, what about Harvest Hill? Or what about North Hill Road? If you go up North Hill Road with a horse trailer, you know, you're looking to buy a new horse trailer. There's things that we can do to think out of the box, because there's the people in East Amwell, and especially the volunteers. They're smart people. And the people that are in here, or still in here, are really good at taking $1.25 and turning it into $2.50 in product. And if that means making it easier for the farmers or the farm stands to have a food truck so that they attract the business, go for it. I'd love to be able to stop at Sweet Valley's farm in the summer and also buy a couple ears of their hot, wonderful corn with a stick of butter on it and things like that. You'd have people flocking to East Amwell. There's not the market for farmers markets is saturated. You know, Surgeonsville closed theirs down, but there are the ones that are there. But we've got a half dozen or more larger farmers who are potential beneficiaries of marketing or talking to somebody about using, reviving that brewery idea over there on Dutch Lane. It smells better than pot. And you can use the spent grains to feed the cattle that none of us can afford to buy to eat. Chicken. I went to the farmer's market last weekend and I spent less than I usually do. And what did I spend money on? Bones for the dogs, not a steak for me. And there are a lot of people who are going to be suffering and whatever with what do they do for oil now that oil's doubled, not just for their car and their BMW or my new Subaru, but heating oil. I was smart enough to buy it, prepay for it, and I get it at $2.69 a gallon. I was also smart enough to buy extra that if there was somebody that I knew who was in desperate need, I can get them to deliver 50 or 100 gallons. We have no mechanism in East Amwell for identifying respectfully the community most in need and probably greatest in pride. But it would be nice if we could do it. Those are the things to put in our master plan. How are we going to be a kinder, gentler, more user-friendly East Amwell? And we don't need to worry about, other than hunting coyotes, we don't need grand visions. We just need help cleaning the barn and making a living and surviving with help from one another. And that's what I ask you guys, and especially you. And take what you like, leave the rest. But yes, I will be back.
Thank you, Francis. Anybody else from the public?
Jeff Bowlby, 239 Rayville Road on the other side of the line. Not going to stand here and jump up and down. I was just wondering if any of you had any idea when or if they were going to do anything to start the demolition and rebuilding of the bridge on Vanloo Road. Crickets?
No, we haven't heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought it was a fair question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the county.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, Jeff.
It's a long drive to Corn Platter.
Yeah, right. I get it. Anybody else from the public? Seeing no one, can I get a motion to close, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have no correspondence. Can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Be safe.
That's a record. That's a record.
It really is.
Good job.